Joaquin Buckley has performed what fans are calling one of the greatest knockouts in UFC history. He got his kick caught and turned that into a hopping back kick to the face, something we've never seen in the UFC before. We've seen very similar techniques in the past, like the two-touch spinning back kick that Mark Diakiese one time performed, but we never see something like this end up with an emphatic knockout in this kind of fashion. Also note that Buckley is a pretty big guy, a middleweight, a lot harder for him to display the same kind of speed and same kind of flexibility for this kick than the smaller fighters of the UFC like Mark Diakiese, who's a lightweight. So it makes it all that more impressive. The guy's built like Mike Tyson, huge knockout ability, very physically strong, but the speed in order to land a kick like this in mid-air at his opponent, giving his opponent no reaction time to defend himself or even see the kick coming, knocking him out cold on the canvas, this 100% has to be warranted as one of the greatest knockouts in UFC history. I know the TKD gang is livid right now, so happy to see this kick finally show itself at the grandest stage of the UFC. If you're from Taekwondo, you've probably seen this sort of kick all the time. When you simplify this kick, it's pretty much just a hopping back kick to the face. It's pretty much like a spinning back kick to the face, only that the opponent is holding up your leg. For a few factors, this actually makes it even easier to land a kick to the head, given that you have the opponent holding up your leg so you can use it to balance for the next kick. And all it is you're turning your body, not necessarily spinning it, because if you spin, you rotate too quickly and you arc your kick instead of landing it straight, which is what Buckley did here. You can of course turn it into a wheel kick or a hook kick or something like that. You're just turning it 180 degrees. You want to keep your eyes on the target to know where you're landing, and you throw the turning back kick at their head. It needs flexibility, it needs a great amount of speed, and usually a lot of experience at Taekwondo. Given that Joaquin Buckley has no experience at Taekwondo, makes it all the more impressive. The guy is an elite athlete of the UFC. The landing is a little bit off, he almost loses balance, but that's to be expected given that his opponent was holding his other leg. But there's always a way to perfect every single technique, and that's probably something he is going to look at, knowing that usually fighters are perfectionists. And here's the thing, man, Taekwondo has always been known to be quote-unquote not effective in a real fight or not effective in the UFC or some of the biggest stages of MMA. And I'm glad slowly that narrative is being broken, because here's the thing, man, I always have believed, I've talked about it before, Taekwondo is one of the future martial arts that's going to be effective in MMA and in real fights in general. It requires an advanced level of flexibility, advanced level of skill, advanced level of speed, which is what Taekwondo is usually focused on more than anything else, which allows you to generate even more power in your kicks, because if you get the speed down first, you get the flexibility down first, you're always able to generate with more weight and force behind your strikes. That's the easiest component to strikes. Force just comes naturally, right? Speed and flexibility are things you can absolutely work on. And that's what Taekwondo focuses on, which gives us some of the most lethal kicks of all combat. I've always believed, and it has been shown in the past, that Taekwondo has probably the most lethal kicks out of any other art. It's probably not the most effective. I still do believe that Muay Thai has some of the most effective kicks you can ever throw, but Taekwondo has some of the most lethal and advanced kicks that your normal day average person can never throw. And it needs to be learned to even throw halfway correctly, you know what I'm saying? And because of that, I do believe it's going to be the future of MMA. I believe you're going to see a lot more kicks like this. You're going to see even crazier stuff. You're going to see more tornado kicks actually land. You're going to see more hook kicks. You're going to see more axe kicks being used out there, and all different variation of techniques. It's just slowly building up to that moment. And it is pretty crazy how the people who do say that Taekwondo doesn't work are the same people who get surprised, shocked, and excited whenever they see one of those techniques actually land. And usually they don't even know it's from Taekwondo. They just see a crazy kick land. They're like, oh, that was insane. But almost always it stems from some sort of karate background or Taekwondo background. So amazing kick, amazing performance by Joaquin Buckley, having a viral knockout in only his second UFC fight. And leave in comments what you guys think about this kick, what you guys think about the knockout and everything involved. And I'll see you guys in the next video.